Hi everyone, this is Julie. So my mom brought me a load of flowers in the back of her car. And today I'm going to try to plant a few of them before it gets too much later. It's already like 6:30. So I was going to get a few of them in the ground, and I was going to show you how I use my garden weasel claw. It's really helpful to break up leaves and loosen up any earth that needs loosened up, or to get rid of any weeds that I don't want in a certain flower bed. This is my garden weasel claw, and it has these 4 prongs, and you just stick it in the ground and you use your handle up here and give it a twist. And this is working really easy because we've already worked the ground and we've had rain for several days. So that's all it is. It's a simple twisting of your wrist, and then it works up your ground. And you can just move on and give it another twist and work up your ground. And so it's quite handy. I really enjoy using it in the summer months, so I'm not having to constantly bend over and get weeds. It just saves my back. And I really, I don't know, I love using this thing. It's such a lifesaver and time saver. So here is an update on my green stalk. These are Swiss chard up on the top. There's a few spots that the seeds didn't germinate, so I'll have to reseed them. But this is my row of beets. They're looking so good. I'm going to thin these out a little bit. This is kale, and that's a lettuce. And then I have this row, I have planted carrots, which I did see. I did see a few popping up. And then on the bottom is supposed to be more lettuce and kale. I'll show you. There's a carrot. There's some more kale. I'm really enjoying this, and one thing I am going to do is buy the base that goes with it, so it's easier to move it in and out. My husband did make me a base, but we're having a hard time with it, so I'm going to get something that actually goes with it. But it's been really nice to be able to get this planted and then get it in when the nights were really cold and I didn't have to worry about any frost. And I'm hoping that having this will be helpful in extending our growing season a little bit, because I want to get more lettuce in the fall, and this will be a perfect place to have it. Also, here are my 12-inch pots. Lettuce and slow bolt cilantros in this one. I did notice some basil and parsley and cilantro growing in these. I planted them later and they're just now popping up. But these have been really nice pots. I've really enjoyed them. They're sturdy, and it's been nice to have these going for the farmer's market. So the other thing I bought was these, I think they're 3.5-inch pots in the trays, and they've been so good to have my tomatoes and peppers potted in. Last year I tried and they did not do so well. This year they're thriving. I mean, we're behind a little bit for where we could be. Alright guys, so the fourth thing I want to share with you is getting good seeds. This year I ordered from a few new places. I'm excited to try some new varieties and different types of plants out. And then I also ordered from a place that I've used several times, and it's called Berlin Seed, and it's in Millersburg, Ohio. They have a catalog, and so if you want to flip through it, they have all kinds of even like gardening supplies that you might need. And they've got lots of herbs and flowers and your vegetables as well. And they also had different potatoes and berries that you could order. Now, I ordered my berries and they weren't able to ship blueberries to me this year. They had already sold out. So we'll try again next year. But they don't have an online format. You can either go in the store or you can fill out an herb or potato or vegetable seed order form that they have in the back. A place that I'm trying new this year is called Baker Creek, and when you look them up, they're going to be under rareseeds.com, and they have a lot. Like this book, it is pretty full, and there was lots and lots of neat plants in here, and I got a few to try. Most of my plants, so the seeds that I got from them are for my flowers that I'm doing for the cut flowers this year. So we'll see how they do, but I'm assuming they're going to do really good. They've got they started out as a little company in Missouri, and they're still in Missouri, but they've really grown and expanded their reach. The fun thing is reading about the information that they put with each of these seeds. So there's a, let's see, we'll flip to one to read. They have like a Chinese, here's like a Chinese cabbage. And then they have a whole bunch of information on when the first seeds were found, where they originated from, what kind of weather they do well in. And this is packed full of pictures and things that you might never think. Like, look how long these carrots are, and look how purple this one is. So I'm excited about this company and trying theirs out. Another thing I do is I pack my seeds as much as I can into this container with a nice lid that locks on it, so that I can make sure that they're not going to get ruined. If they were for some chance to get left somewhere where they could get wet from rain, this is going to help prevent that. And it kind of keeps it somewhat organized. Berlin Seed has different size packets. Like my beets I got are in 1/4 of an ounce. Got beans that are 1/4 of a pound, and these beans are called Top Notch. So I think this was a new kind I wanted to try this year. I don't remember having that variety. And then they also have these bigger, this says it's a 1/2 pound package, and this is peaches and cream corn. That is a good one that we like to use. And then here's another corn, and it's called Early Sun Glow. So, and it's a 1/2 pound. So that's the nice thing about Berlin Seed, is they've got different sizes for like your corn and your beans. So you don't have to buy like 100 little packs. You can buy these bigger ones. The Baker Creek seeds come in these real pretty. One thing I really admire about Baker Creek is they went ahead and put all the information you need: when it sprouts, the temperature, seed depth, how far apart and you should plant your seeds. Let's see, it's got frost hardy and the minimum amount of sun that they need, and it tells you planting instructions and a little bit of information about them on the back. So this is helpful. Berlin Seed, they don't have that on theirs, but still very good. And prices for these were pretty good. I bought these seeds, no, these were a little bit more. They were $3 for 50 seeds, and I had like another pack. Let's see. I got this type of flowers called a straw flower. It's the first time I'm growing it this year, and this one was $3 for 250 seeds. So it depends on the rarity of them, will be how many seeds you get, but a lot of their seed packets ran about that $3 range. Let's see, there was another one I wanted to show you guys. Oh, I found me some fun stuff. This one's Peaceful Valley. It's an organic company. I do like, if I can, get organic. If not, heirloom seeds. Heirloom seeds are seeds that have been around a long time, so they've been tried and true to many generations. And this one I've been interested about and was reading is it used to be like real popular, then it like died back, and now it's getting back in popularity, and you can find it a little bit more easily. But right now you might not be able to find this, because I got this a while ago, and some seeds were going out real fast. And this one, like the Baker Creek, has all of your planting information on the back, along with a little bit of information for the type of corn it is. And it also tells you, did you know what type of this variety was bred by Carl White Eagle Barnes, the famous Cherokee corn collector. Anyhow, I'm really excited to try these out. And this corn, the nice thing about it is it can be dried for cornbread, hominy, grits, or you can pop it and make popcorn. So I'll be definitely saving my seeds for next year, but this came with 50 seeds. I did share a few of them with a relative, but I think that I should be able to get a good crop off of these and get some nice seeds. I'm very excited about that. So I'll lock this stuff back up. And the last thing I want to share with you is not really a gardening tool, it's not really a gardening product, you would say, and very untypical, is a book called The Nourishing Traditions by Sally Fallon. This book is packed full with lots of research. She spent lots of time going through many people's testimonies and researching what is the best part of fruits and vegetables and your grains and your beans, the dried and the fresh, and your different kinds of meats and fish. And she broke it all down into sections, and then she put like recipes in the middle, and on the edge she has information on what is so good about these and the best way to eat them. Spinach said if you were 6 and under, your body wasn't going to be able to absorb the calcium that was in spinach. So I thought that was a fun fact, and then that makes my planting in my garden a little bit different. I end up picking things differently. Another thing I read was about kale. It's better to have it a little bit cooked, a little bit wilted, than to eat it raw. So that was a fun thing to read, and I've really devoured it. It's a book that I will be buying. I had to return it back to the library because I've checked it out and had renewed it the max amount of times. Probably going to be getting it really soon because I love being able to reference it. It was a top of my list kind of book. So last thing, I'm going to leave you with a little peek onto what's going on to next week's video. I hope this was helpful. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you all soon. Blessings. Till next time.